Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, I spoke too soon yesterday about how pleasant I was having it because I was getting along with people. I got into two almost dangerous situations today at the hostel. What had happened was earlier today, I was sitting in this chair right here actually. I was working on my AI for the game of Scrabble. I'm getting ready for a conference. And I was already upset for two reasons. Number one, I felt I had eaten too much and I was feeling guilt over that. And two, a friend of mine was ghosting me. I don't know what the situation. She just texted me a couple minutes ago. I'm not getting my hopes up at the moment. But anyways, I was sitting here and this big African American guy wanted to get my attention. He says, "Sir," and I had my headphones on. I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to entertain him because I was upset. And I decided to kind of ghost him and not respond to him. Because sometimes when I go to a meetup group, like for example, last month, I was at a meetup group and I really wanted to talk to this Filipino girl, but she was so fixated with conversations with everybody else that she didn't notice me. So I was kind of returning the favor to this African American guy today. I know it wasn't his fault, but I was just kind of blowing off steam, so I ignored him. And it would have been good, except then he went, "Hey!" He screamed really loudly. It was so loud that even with my headphones on, it still startled me. And so I angrily put the headphones down. I said, "What gives you the right to do that to me?" And it resulted in him blowing off. And anyway, and then later on, I had another encounter. You know, I was up. I was upset because I was debating with myself if I should go eat. You know, I've been having eating attack kind of problems lately, and I was kind of undecisive, and I decided not to, but I was upset. And then I got into another argument with another guy, and he thought that I had made this mess. I hadn't. You know, I like to be the bigger person, but when it comes to the kitchen, I can't just randomly clean up somebody's dishes because I have food allergies. Not unless I have like gloves and something like that, but I didn't. And so, anyways, so he thought I had made a mess here, and I was already upset at the concept of food, and so didn't go very well. I was kind of hoping he would beat me up because I was very upset about the events of today already. But anyway, just a really bad day in general. I'm very upset because I have to drive home. I'm in Las Vegas right now. It's a 5-hour drive after wallowing in this apartment all day, wondering if, you know, because I can look at the text from my friend. She sends like a text every 2 hours, and then my imagination runs wild for 2 hours. I can't get anything done, and I want to pray to the God of dislikes. You got to remember why I wanted to network more with people. Last summer when I had COVID, had somebody just brought me a glass of water, I would have been elated. I didn't have even that, and okay. Talking about how I was sick during the heat wave last summer always trips me up. I wish the God of dislikes would drive me back home. I don't have the mental. I am upset, and I don't know how I'm going to drive home. I'm praying that the God of dislikes will just drive me home, or I wake up and I'm in Phoenix all along. You know, maybe this was just a bad dream, right?